So we've got a little pigeon that was shot by a pellet. It's a horrible sport that a person's going to basically shoot a wild animal because it's something to do. Most people are shooting them not to eat, and they're shooting it just because they want to see if they can shoot with a pellet. And an animal's defenseless. It can't reply. It can't say anything. So we've seen an X-ray. There's a pellet. Here's where the pellet's gone in. It's made quite a big hole. Miraculously, it's gone into the bones of the right wing. So he can't really fly. So we're going to splint the wing. We're going to start some antibiotics. And we'll treat him for lead because it could be lead toxicity. We don't always take the pellet out. Usually the pellet kind of seats itself and is okay. But we might follow it up and take, if the pellet's easy to take out, we will. It's really nice to have people that care for wildlife, that want to save it. But isn't it terrible that we've got to go through all this expense to save the bird that's kind of been shot for sport? And whoever shot this bird's probably shot hundreds of other wildlife for no reason. Probably maybe your pet as well, or your cat that's, he's driven out his car and shot. So really frown upon it. And if your mates are doing it, not acceptable behavior.
So the reason you're not taking the bullet out, Phil?
The reason I'm not taking the bullet out is that it's gone right through the bird, past all the primary structures, like past the esophagus, the jugular, carotid, all the major structures, and it's embedded in the bone on the other side. So it's coming through the left, so it's coming through the left and embedded in the right under the shoulder. The chest hasn't gone into the chest, hasn't gone into the lung. And generally these bullets, I'm an African vet and I've seen tons of animals with pellet guns. People have it in a lot of areas that I've worked in. People do it as a sport, they just shoot birds. And we leave the pellets in. They don't seem to cause major problems. I'm worried about lead, so I'll treat lead toxicity. But the pellets usually get. But he has the gunshot wound. We're going to start just removing. But there's actually the bullet wound. So the pellet's gone in here and it's lodged. It's lodged on the other part of the body. I'm going to have a look and see if I can see it through the hole. We're going to try and clean it up a little bit. So take a look. We think there may be some foreign material here.
That's cool.
And we're gonna explore the hole now. So let's start.
Should we put gloves on?
Of course I'll put on gloves, I wouldn't dare. And also we have to change the angle somehow.
Do you want on the side?
So we're taking out all this debris, all this dead tissue.
Come on this side, Mel. Yeah.
If you feel you needed to, the light off now might be easier for you. I can't see with the light. Wow, look at this dead tissue coming out. Well, you've seen the pus that it's taking out. I mean, without surgery, I don't know how this little guy would get this. Kind of amazing that this bird's alive.
Yeah.
Is it on two still?
Yep.
Wow. It's a feather, but is this a feather? Stinks in ya. And now for the main part is to get this.
Is that better?
Okay.
That's better, thank you.
Now here we got the bullet. No, I was hoping.
No bullet yet.
No bullet.
We're all cooking in here, it's so warm.
We just try to take out all this dead tissue and everything that's gone in. I can go in as deep as where the bullet actually is. But there's too many structures around that I'm scared to really. Okay, let's close up and get out of here. Take a small amount of flush. The trouble with the flushing fluids is that you can't get them out. You can't get the fluid out afterwards. It just stays in.
Occasionally you get movement in the surgery, Phil. Is it reflex or is it?
Well, you mean there'll be some that's reflex and some that bird anesthesia is not as stable. Well, it's not as our monitoring is not as good. What we do have is we do sometimes set up a pulse ox. We do sometimes have artificial ventilation, but it's not as deep. But you can see that when I'm touching a certain nerve down there, it's probably actually the could even be the vagus nerve that's causing that reflex. Because I'm going really deep down there. But you can see how nice and clean the tissue looks now that we've hopefully taken out all the dead tissue that we need to take out.
You keep the anaesthetics fairly light so they've got a better chance of survival.
Well, we have an incredibly high survival rate here. Like most nurses, you know, animals, unless they've been really compromised, we basically get them all through, just like we do with dogs and cats. So by using the method we use with really quick anesthetics, most procedures in birds are under 20 minutes, most are even under 10. And the best thing is they seem to recover so quickly. So the price we pay, slightly less sterility. We use sterile masking tape, which you can see is really quick and easy. We use formaldehyde. We use a formalin gas to sterilize it. And as we're finishing off the last stitch, our anaesthetist Katie's got this bird just a little bit lighter, which is fine. I don't want this feathering to be in the wound. I might have to remove that feather follicle if it looks like it's in the wound.
Nice outcome for Peter the pigeon.
Yep, I think it's going to be a good outcome. I'm just going to remove that feather. Well, if you look how much stuff we've taken out, it was just a pus fold. We'll get some chelation in now.